With the truth laid bare, the path forward became clear, though fraught with peril. The ancient map, clutched in Liska's hand, pulsed faintly with the same light as the crystalline shard, guiding them to the true burial site beneath the village. It lay beneath the oldest, most ruined structure in Oakhaven, a structure whose foundation had always seemed unnaturally solid, even amidst the widespread decay. A hidden stairwell, barely discernible amidst the rubble, spiraled downward into the earth, emitting a stronger, sickly green luminescence. The air grew heavy, oppressive, thick with the scent of damp earth and concentrated decay. Varn, his goliath senses acutely aware of the instability, tested each step, his massive frame a bulwark against the crumbling stone. He could see and feel the earth groaning beneath them, a strange lament from the depths below.
The earth here is restless. It has been disturbed deeply.
He felt the familiar pull of the earth, but here it was corrupted, a toxic imitation. Liska, her attention fixed on the pulsing shard, led the way. The crystalline shard, now vibrating intensely, hummed a frantic, desperate counterpoint to the deep, mournful thrum that echoed from below. It feels as though we are descending into the very heart of Oakhaven's sorrow. The air grew colder with each step, a biting chill that seemed to seep into their bones. The green light intensified, painting the rough-hewn walls in a sickly, unsettling glow. As they neared the bottom of the makeshift stairs, the space widened into a small, unstable cavern. Exposed roots of ancient trees snaked through the crumbling ceiling, weeping thick, vicious liquid that shimmered with the sickly green light. The air was thick with the concentrated mournful hum, and the oppressive sense of decay that almost was suffocating. The path ahead was illuminated by the faint, unhealthy glow, leading them directly to the source of Oakhaven's torment. The crystalline shard in Liska's right hand pulsed, a desperate heartbeat in the face of overwhelming corruption. Its connection to the Heartstone, now undeniable. The small, unstable cavern pulsed with a sickly green light, a grotesque parody of life. In its center, partially encased in warped, blackened earth, lay the artifact, the Heartstone. It was a massive, crystalline formation, but its once vibrant, pure light was now shrouded in a pulsating, sickly green, like a gangrenous wound. Tendrils of shadow, thick and vicious, withered around it, emanating a chilling cold and a pervasive sense of profound anguish. The mournful hum, here at its source, was a deafening throb, a symphony of torment. Connected to the Heartstone, its form shifting and dissolving, was the true, distorted spirit. No longer merely a spectral echo, it was a tangible manifestation of the artifact's suffering, its crystalline features warped into the mask of pure agony. Its movements were spasmodic, a desperate attempt to break free from the dark tendrils that bound it. Varn felt a surge of the cold fury. This was his doing, albeit unintentional. His well-meaning act of concealment had led to this perversion.
This is what it has become.
He could feel the immense power of the Heartstone, even in its corrupted state, and the chilling grip of the force that twisted it. He understood now that this was not merely a contained power, but a living, suffering entity. Liska, her gaze fixed on the contorted spirit, recognized the deeper anguish. It is bound, Varn, not merely corrupted, but held captive by this darkness. She felt the resonance of the forgotten name within her, a quiet strength rising to meet the overwhelming despair. The crystalline shard in her hand flared brightly, its pure light a stark contrast to the sickly green, as if trying to break through the veil of corruption. It was a moment of truth, the culmination of their journey. The Heartstone, the source of Oakhaven's torment, lay before them, a raw wound on the face of the earth, demanding either destruction or redemption. The corrupted Heartstone pulsed violently, the sickly green light intensifying, and the mournful hum reached a fever pitch, threatening to shatter the very stone around them. The distorted spirit, a withering mass of shadow and twisted crystal, recoiled from the pure light of Liska's shard, its wails now laced with a desperate fury. This was the moment of truth, the heart of the corruption laid bare. Varn, his jaw set with grim determination, stepped forward. He would not allow his past actions to condemn Oakhaven any further.
I will contain it!
With a mighty roar, he slammed his great axe into the earth beside the Heartstone, channeling his Goliath strength in connection to the land. Tendrils of raw, uncorrupted earth energy surged from his axe, forming a shimmering protective barrier around the artifact, attempting to physically bind and stabilize the chaotic energy. His muscles strained, the effort evident on his brow. The earth around him groaned in response, a testament to his exertion. Liska recognized the window of opportunity Varn had created and raised her lute. The crystalline shard in her hand now blazed with a pure white light, pulsating in rhythm with the forgotten name that now sang within her. She began to play, a powerful, restorative melody that resonated with the true song of the land, weaving the forgotten name into every note. Her voice, clear and strong, joined the lute, a beacon of hope against the despair. The melody flowed into the cavern, a pure healing current that clashed against the sickly green light, seeking to reharmonize the discordant spirit. The cavern became a battleground of light and sound. Varn's earth energy pulsed, struggling to hold back the encroaching shadows, while Liska's song, a resonant tapestry of sound, washed over the corrupted Heartstone and its twisted spirit. The spirit shrieked, a sound of agony and resistance, as the pure melody began to unravel the tendrils of corruption binding it. Slowly, agonizingly, the sickly green lamp began to recede, replaced by a softer, natural glow, a faint promise of healing amidst the chaos. This was the true climax, their combined strengths and unique abilities working in concert to face the heart of Oakhaven's torment. Liska's restorative melody, infused with the forgotten name, continued to wash over the cavern, its pure notes slowly, steadily eroding the pervasive sorrow. Varn, straining against the immense magical feedback, held his ground, his earthly barrier still containing the most volatile eruptions of the corrupted Heartstone energy. The sickly green light, which had dominated the cavern, began to recede, dimming and flickering like a dying flame. In its place, a softer, natural glow emerged from the Heartstone, a faint, almost ethereal white light that spoke of health and purity. The spirit, once a withering mass of shadow and anguish, began to stabilize. Its distorted form, though still ethereal and shimmering, coalesced into a clearer, less tormented outline. The twisted features softened, revealing a hint of the ancient benevolent protector it once was. The mournful hum, once a deafening throb, lessened significantly, receding to a low, melancholic whisper that still echoed the pain of its corruption, but also hinted peace. Varn, though exhausted, felt a measure of relief. The land no longer screamed in agony. His gaze shifted from the Heartstone to Liska, a silent acknowledgement of her crucial role. This was not a fight he could have won alone. Liska, her song finally trailing off into a sustained, hopeful note, watched as the light solidified. She could feel the spirit's gratitude, a faint, soothing wave that washed over her. The crystalline shard in her hand, no longer pulsing frantically, now emitted a steady, gentle glow, mirroring the Heartstone's newly restored luminescence. The air in the cavern, though still heavy with the lingering scent of damp earth, no longer carried the oppressive weight of despair. A fragile balance had been restored, a testament to their combined efforts. The corruption had been contained, but the path to true healing was long and uncertain. They emerged from the cavern, blinking in the pale light of the approaching dawn. Oakhaven was still in ruins, the homes collapsed, the streets overgrown, but the oppressive despair that had clung to the air was gone, replaced by a faint, hopeful aura. The sick green moss receded, revealing the true color of the earth. Varn surveyed the village, a profound sense of responsibility settling upon him. The raw strength he had always relied upon now felt insufficient. True strength, he realized, lay not just in power, but in understanding, in healing. His oath to Oakhaven, once a simple promise of protection, had deepened into a commitment of restoration. He finally understood the path his exiled brother had taken, a path of seeking deeper wisdom beyond mere force.
It is not whole, but it breathes again. The work, it is only just begun.
Liska, clutching the now calm crystalline shard, felt a deep satisfaction. She had found a lost verse, not merely in a book, but within the very essence of the land. Her understanding of ancient magic and its connection to the forgotten name had only grown immensely, transcending the confines of her mentor's lessons. Some stories, she realized, were too vast to be contained in parchment and ink. They needed to be sung back into existence. The melody returns, but many notes are still missing. She felt a stronger pull towards other forgotten histories, other silent songs waiting to be rediscovered. Oakhaven remained scarred, but a new dawn had broken, both literally and figuratively, promising a long, arduous, but ultimately hopeful path to recovery. As the first rays of dawn touched the snow-dusted peaks, casting long purple shadows across the still scarred ruins of Oakhaven, Varn and Liska stood at the edge of the village, preparing to depart. The mournful hum of the hearthstone was now a soft thrum, a lingering echo of its suffering, but also a quiet promise of healing. The air, though crisp with the chill of the mountains, no longer carried the stench of decay, but a faint, earthy freshness. Varn felt a deep sense of a burden lifted, yet a new one settling upon him. His hand instinctively went to the gnarled wood of his axe, a tool for creation as much as for destruction. He looked at Liska, a silent acknowledgement of their shared journey, their unexpected partnership. Liska had felt a distant, unsettling resonance during the ritual, a faint echo of the malevolent influence that had driven the hearthstone to despair. Suddenly, a new, subtle hum, distinct from the hearthstone's gentle thrum, vibrated through the earth beneath their feet. It was faint, barely perceptible, but it was there, emanating from deeper within the mountain range, a discordant note of the returning harmony. Or perhaps, a faint ethereal melody, barely heard on the wind, a song of sorrow from another hidden place. Their eyes met, a shared understanding forming between them. The immediate crisis had been averted, Oakhaven set on the slow path to recovery. But the source of the corruption, the true force that had twisted the hearthstone, remained a mystery, a lingering threat. The mountains, vast and ancient, held other secrets, other wounded spirits. The whispers of the future, faint but persistent, hinted at future adventures, a broader tapestry of forgotten lore and corrupted magic waiting to be unraveled. Their journey, they realized, was far from over. Thank you, truly, for joining me on this unforgettable adventure. Your presence has made the journey all the more meaningful. These stories take time, they take heart, and if they meant something to you, even a little, I'd be honored if you'd help me tell a future one. I'm building this forge by hand, story by story, ember by ember, and your support helps to keep the fire alive. You made it to the end. Let's see where the next path leads. Until we meet again, brave traveler, may your path be clear, and your heart ever bold.